It's the Not Quite Right Show. Hi, gang. We're here.
We're here.
We're here. We're 95.1 FM, 1450 AM News Talk, WDNG. And it's showtime, y'all.
Showtime.
I almost forgot to put on my headphones there, and that would have been bad. Couldn't hear a thing. I don't mind you having to listen to this little speaker because you're you.
Yeah.
But if I have to listen to it, I'm going to throw up. So. We got, we started this show early, and we actually come on, for those of you who watch on Facebook, and we actually come on early, and there's still a bunch of guys on there. And I got to say hey to some people while they're here and while they're listening. Troy Hayes being one of them. Hey, Troy, that guy, I worked in radio with him, well, it was close to 150 years ago. But we both, they're handsome men.
Maybe you were 150 years ago.
Troy Hayes is one of the funniest men I ever met, man. He is a true guy. He's in NASCAR now and making big money. And here I am. Sitting.
Yeah.
And I want to say hey to Connie, who is tuned in out there. Also, we got a bunch of folks, and I'll show them to you in just a little bit. Maybe during the next break, I'll actually fix my screens up so I can do what I want to do. Jim Rose, pray for us, Jim. It's going to be a long show, buddy. Denise, also Scott Johnson is out there. But a bunch of folks got us tuned in, and we appreciate it. We know you got options.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't the only radio show.
We ain't.
We're the best.
We are
the
best.
The best that's ever been.
Well, ever was.
Ever was, ever will be. And so you made the right choice.
We're like the WWE.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay. But we thank you for choosing us.
Yeah.
Even though we are the best.
Yeah.
Just shows you have good taste.
And smart
people.
Smart
people's out there tuning in to the Not Quite Right Show.
Yeah.
Connie is out there. She says, hey, Rusty, can use some good tunes tonight. And the reason she's saying that is if for those of you who don't know, who are just listening on the radio, during the week we do prep shows, we do some music shows, we do some different things on the Not Quite Right we call it network. We call it the Not Quite. Yeah. Network. And we this past week went ape crazy, and you guys who are listening, I want to know something from you guys out there. I got in touch with some old buddies of mine from high school, and from the very first band that I ever played in. And we spent, well, not we, those guys, but we spent time in the studio, and I tried to duplicate.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy.
Replicate. Resuscitate.
And it needed resuscitation.
And adjudicate. Our old playlist.
I don't even know how to do that.
From our old playlist. And I'm not just making this up, ladies. And this is true. I went and recorded, like, I guess it was like 7 or 8 or 9 songs that we played back in 1976, 75, 76, 77, in that era. Oddly enough, we still play them today. Same songs are on.
You know the classics.
But we had a ball, and we had so much fun. Now they just expect me, whenever they see me on Facebook now. Hey, let's play some music.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can.
Sometimes you can.
Sometimes I can.
Yeah.
But we are. There's been a lot going on in the world of news and things happening, stuff. But what I wanted to ask you guys who are listening right now, and you can text me at 252-622-1470. Here, wait a second. I'll wait for you to get a small child to write this on. So go ahead. I know, man. Seems like that's right on a child that could walk faster. Yeah. 252-622-1470. You can text me there. Or if you're watching on, as my mama used to call it, if you're watching on the Facebook, you know that Facebook? If you watch it on the Facebook, you can just type into the chat box and let me know. What were you doing in high school that you still wish you could be doing? And don't say chasing girls or chasing boys. Don't say that.
No, that's not an acceptable answer.
That's not no.
No.
That's all of us. That's everybody.
You know.
For me, and the reason I brought this up is because mine was, you know, in high school. That's when I got started in radio, but it's also my very first band that I was in, other than playing with family and around campfires.
Yeah, it didn't count. When we played
Kumbaya.
together. No, it didn't count.
That didn't count.
No.
But I played with a group called the 101 Express. Why? Because most of the guys lived on Highway 101.
And they said that's the way it's going to be.
And Lennoxville Express just did not sound right.
The same.
I live on Lennoxville. I feel left out, y'all. We live on 101. It's the 101 Express with the Lennoxville caboose. But I played with those guys. And, you know, when I think back, and I guess because of the past couple of nights doing what we did on the air, I have learned that a lot of my music that I still love to this, it was all formed back then. Way back then. I mean, groups like that you know, you just don't hear a couple of songs like let's say Steppenwolf. If I was to say name a Steppenwolf song, most people would spit out Born to Be Wild.
Magic Carpet Ride.
Magic Carpet Ride. They don't know about songs like The Pusher.
Yeah, that had too much bad language in it.
But not if you listen to it. Now, I'm not going to repeat the words.
I don't know. It's pretty rough.
I'm not going to. Well, he did not like that Pusher Man.
No, he did not.
Because he was asking our Heavenly Father to do something to that Pusher Man. He didn't say it quite as politely as I did.
No, he did not.
And there was a song that Steppenwolf did called "Your Wall's Too High." People have no idea.
I don't remember that.
Of course you don't.
I don't.
Of course you don't. But we were a Eagles-based band, and you saying, "Well, Rusty, why were you guys an Eagles?" Because that's the only album we had. The only album that we had to learn from was like the Eagles' greatest hits. So we played a lot of Eagles. So here it is. Here's the question. And what were you doing in high school that you wish? I mean, you know, some people, they took dance classes, I guess, in high school. Some people were on a debate team in high school. Some people played football, basketball, baseball, you know, and I'm sure, you know, they still wish.
Some people work for their daddy at the gas station. I was just throwing that out there.
That started way before high school, dude.
That was grammar school.
Oh my! I was 8 when I started it. But you know, for me, I think I'm that one guy who found his passion in high school, and I've stopped pretty much just stuck with it. I remember my high school distributive education teacher, Vance Mason.
Vance Mason.
He looked at me one day and he said, "Rusty, what do you think you're going to do? Just play records all the time?" Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hey, I like that. So that's what I did. Of course, you know, in the meantime, there was that Air Force thing and being a police officer. But, you know, for most of my life, I have always been involved in radio, bands, playing music, ever since I can remember. I mean, I remember playing with you and Gary out on the front porch. And we'd have to take turns using Daddy's guitar. I told the story, you know, and I will tell you this. When talking about the 101 Express, you got to remember I was 14, 15 years old.
Right. And
we were playing in bars. We were, we were playing in like the VFW Post. We were playing at Gilda's. And just all over the place. And our mamas had to take us and turn us loose in the bars to play. Now, that don't sound as strange, but you got to remember, this is in the 1970s, and our mamas were Free Will Baptists.
Yeah.
And that really never hit me until just a couple of days ago. I wonder how much Dennis Wiggs talked to them about us.
Galen Dunbar.
Galen Dunbar. You know, because, you know, that's what we were doing. I mean, and our father would let me take his J45 Gibson, a 14-year-old kid. And for those of you who don't know, a J45 Gibson is a very expensive guitar. And in our family, it costs more than the house.
Oh God.
And
wow.
And he would let me take that guitar out to a bar at 14. And now you better believe he took care of it. You know, that was huge. That's huge.
That was huge.
It was.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, where was the call? 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great, great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's the Not Quite Right show. We're back. I don't know what happened.
We was there.
It was a thing. A thing happened. But that's okay. We figure stuff out. That's what we do. How are y'all doing? I'm Rusty Mace. You're listening to 95.1 FM, 1450 AM News Talk, WDNG. We are the Not Quite Right show. Hi. We were talking about things that you used to could. You know, things that you used to do in high school that you still wished you could do. You know, that's a fun thing. I have kept abreast of what's going on, ladies. I'm not, and gentlemen, I'm not just ignoring the news. I'm just ignoring the news. But you know, I think I'm having a rebellion against the same stories being rehashed over and over and over again. Yes. So we are on we're on a new day. A kinder gentler Rusty. Because last Saturday Rusty was upset.
He was on a rant.
I called the president a jackass. I did.
He did.
He was.
He did, and he would. Yeah, I didn't say that. He did.
I think the next thing that we do on this show, we're going to invest in you a better camera.
Yeah, what's up with that? I'm looking all wonky.
I know. It's just why, you know, it is what it is, man. Deal with it.
Okay.
But for those of you know, yes, we discussed in depth the omnibus bill, and we did all that last week. So I seeing how they're just rehashing it again this week. I see no reason to have to go through all that again. Do you?
No, we weren't happy last week.
And if I start talking about it, you know, I'm just gonna get mad. I'll start playing them sound clips, and I'll play them to death.
I told Congress
I would not do this again. We're not gonna see. I'm not getting worked up. I'm not getting worked up.
Backed up.
No. Kinder, gentler, Rusty.
Kinder,
gentler, Rusty this week.
Yeah.
And if we got a lot of people that watch us and listen to us all over the place. And I know Troy Hayes has got us tuned in. We got a lot of listeners down in North Carolina. And when we were asking about things that you did in high school that you wish that you could still or were still doing, or evidently Troy was just a little computer nerd.
Did they have computers back then?
That's a good point. Troy,
I think he just went into the book and changed them in the book.
Maybe, yeah.
The one that the teacher kept in the desk with all the grades in it.
That's right. I used to change my grade on my report card itself.
Yeah, I mean,
so we didn't have none of that computer crap when I was no. Matter of fact, when I left high school, I don't think there was a computer in the building. Maybe a calculator if you want.
Maybe some electric typewriters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those.
Maybe.
There
wasn't a computer class.
Well, that was even before Ataris come out.
Yeah, we had typing class.
Yeah.
We didn't have keyboard.
Typing 1, typing 2. No,
we didn't have familiarize yourself with keyboard.
No, we didn't.
We didn't have that.
No.
We had typing.
Miss Tyson.
Now, here's something about. I'll go ahead and make this statement, and y'all can believe it or leave it alone. For those of you who took typing, and for those of you who didn't, here's a thought from the mind of Rusty Mace. If they put the damn letters in alphabetical order, anybody could do it.
Yeah.
But no, they got to spread them things out all over the place.
Start it with a Q. Come on.
What the heck's that? I mean, wait, they put the letters in a cup and just pour them out. That's where they go. Who thought of that? Oh, and somebody says, well, the ones that you use the most are at the... No, it ain't. I use them all. You must think I spell correctly. You are assuming I know how to spell, and you would be wrong.
Sounds like that's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Yep. Let's see what we got him. We got him talking about computers in their school, and Troy he tells us that they had one computer in his school and it took up a room.
It was called the computer room for a reason.
I remember that. I remember when computers were that big. I remember programming radio stations using. It's not. It might have been an Atari. Is that the one that had the tape, and you had to write your own program?
It did, but Radio Shack come out with one before Atari, the Atari 400,
the Commander or something.
Command 64.
Yeah, something like that.
What was that?
The Commodore.
Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
I think that was the first one. I think. I'm not sure.
I remember I had to write a program that would generate a playlist and control the tape machine that songs were loaded on, and would play the right songs.
All right.
And I had to write that because it was in
DOS. Wasn't it DOS?
Yes, you had to write. Yes, absolutely, you had to write in DOS.
I remember that.
Oh Lordy, that took me forever. And then I remember my very first real honest-to-home PC was a 32 megabyte. Might have been an HP. I don't remember. Computer cost $3,000. 32 megs of memory, and I thought I'll never fill it.
Back then they ran on Ks, 740 Ks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And
that was pre-Windows.
Yes, and I remember, I guess, and just because I'm associating everything with radio today, I remember working in a radio station in Alabama, not in Anniston. It was in Center, Alabama, where the owner of the radio station put together his own system, and he had 6 hard drives in a row, and all 6 of these hard drives didn't even make up a gig, of memory. And he had loaded all of his music on those hard, and that was in the 90s. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, that was still in the 90s. And now I'm sitting here and I've got I got 3 computers sitting in front of me, 4 monitors, a mixing board, 2 microphones, video cameras. Don't know how to use any of it.
But it all magically comes together.
And it still do. All right, gang. Let's see. Man,
About through the second segment.
Oh my goodness.
Flying.
I know. And I've got a lot of comments over here I've still got to get to. Connie's is on there. Let's see what she's saying. Her minor in school was journalism with a concentration in radio production. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I went to out of the Air Force, I was in Iowa, and the girl that I was dating at the time went to the University of Northern Iowa, so I went there, and I was going to apply because they had a radio program like that. And their whole goal in 4 years of college was to get you what they called your third-class ticket, which I already had. So I kind of dropped out. Well, back then you used to have to take a test. And it's not like it is today where you get a little yellow sticker from the FCC that says yes, you can be a DJ. You actually had to go and they had, I think, elements 2, 3, and 9 of the FCC regulations, and you had to study this and take a test, and you had to know how to figure out how much power your antenna had. It's a bunch of crap, is what it was, but you had to do it. And I was that was their goal. When you graduated from that college with that degree, that you get that ticket.
Huh.
Yeah. So, wow. 2 down.
Not quite. We're almost through.
I know, right? We're the Not Quite Right show, gang. And I'll tell you what, we will be back after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You've got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, where was the call? 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great, great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's the Not Quite Right show. Have mercy. We're 95.1 FM, 1450 AM, News Talk, WDNG. And you're saying, Rusty, we hear a lot of talk, very little news. It depends on your idea of news.
Yeah. It's the eye of the beholder.
I made a statement off air, and I didn't mean it mean.
No.
I didn't mean it mean. But I thought it deserved to be brought forth and more forthcoming. And we do got some new stuff we're going to talk about. But right now, I made this statement about I would rather hire somebody with 2 years experience on the job than somebody that had a degree in radio straight out of college.
Because they got no experience.
Right. You know. And you got to understand, nowadays, I can see today's broadcaster where they need to go to college because
it is very complicated.
It's
very complicated. I can tell you.
When I started in radio, we played 45s, and those are records, children. They were made of plastic and they had a hole in the middle.
And they turned 45 RPM.
And they turned 45 revolutions per minute. And they were called
45s. They also had 33s.
33 and a third.
And third.
And 78. And I used to date a girl built like that. 33, 45, 78. That's a joke.
Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Wasn't that wife number 2?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Which one was number 2?
I don't know.
Lynn is so mad at you right now.
I didn't know Lynn was number 2. Sorry, Lynn. I wasn't talking about you. I thought it must have been number 3.
Troy said something about having 2. I thought, man, I passed 2 doing 90 miles an hour. But now we was talking about radio and how much it's changed over the years and whatnot. I can see because of all the technical things that are in radio now, why getting further educated, it's a plus. However, if you start the way I started by winning a program on a radio station. That's how I got into radio. I won something called Strange Sounds on WMBL when I was
WMBL.
WMBL. Yep. No, it was Jacob.
Oh, okay.
That was WMBA.
Yeah.
All right, WMBA. There's only 2 radio stations.
That's right.
And it was the sound of a mailbox. And actually, I won it from a guy named Craig Weber. And this is crazy because you got to remember, I was 15 years old. I can remember the DJ's name. I can remember the sound, and I can remember how much that check was they gave me. $68. $68. And I walked in that radio station, and Jacob, who was the program director there, he come out and introduced himself, gave me a tour, and they couldn't get rid of me after that. I was hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. I was hooked. I hung out with, I would go there after school and hang out with Craig Weber and a guy named Duke Roberts.
I remember him.
I met a girl named Suki.
And a Corvette.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is straight out of like a Misty movie. Play Misty for me. This radio station was on an island. With nothing else around it.
That's true.
It was on, and the name of the island was Radio Island.
Imagine that.
And it was this big brick building. Well, it was not big. It was and I remember because Craig Weber, he had asked me to watch the studio for him, and so I said okay, and I had to go to the restroom, and he locked me in the bathroom. And left. Now, when you're 15 years old and this is your first shot in radio, and Craig Weber locks you in a bathroom and leaves the station, and everybody's gonna know it's your fault that you got dead air. I about beat that, and I come out and he was laughing. He just thought it was so funny. But yeah,
he used to do news or something.
He used
for
to be
Channel
the
12
yep,
or something.
He used to be the weatherman.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Connie says she'd love to hear tapes of that show. Now, I'll tell you this, Connie. I'm going to tell you. In my entire radio career, I've always been in trouble for one thing or another. Now, what I got in trouble for with Jacob back then I can remember. It's strange the things you remember. I was playing a song by the Commodores. The name of the song was Too Hot to Trot. You might remember it. It was a big hit. Everybody played it. Well, when I introed the song, all I said was Too Hot to Trot by the Commodores. Last night I was too hot to trot. This morning I'm too poop to pop. You thought I shot the Pope. You can't say things like that on the radio. I said, all I said was too poop to pop. Well, but we know what you meant. I meant I was tired. I'm serious, man. And then on top of that, I played Cocaine by Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. He couldn't fire me fast enough. But this, like I said, this was back in the 70s. And Cocaine, in that area, you didn't play that song. However, they would play a song by ZZ Top called Legs.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the song Legs?
Yeah.
They cuss like a sailor in it. But nobody catches it because it's ZZ Top. Sing one song about cocaine, you get fired. Oh, me. And see, this is what I'm saying. What were you doing in high school that you wish you were still doing? That's why we opened up the show with that. That's why we're still talking about it. Because guess what, gang? I'm still doing it. I mean, this is it. I have been blessed with it. Yes, Connie. That was huge too. George Carlin was something you couldn't play on the radio.
Couldn't play on the radio.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Troy Hayes probably did. Troy Hayes could have got away with it. Not Rusty. No. If I got in trouble for Too Hot to Trot by the Commodores, man. So there wasn't but so much I could get away with. We have had like I said, it's been fun for me, man. I've loved I love still doing it, and it is so different now than what it was, because back in the day, every hour or every 2 hours you had to take meter readings and you had to figure out powers and all kinds of stuff. And if you worked at an AM station, when the sun come up you were at one power, and then when the sun went down you had to change power, and it was a whole different world back then. Back when we had horses and carriages
and stuff.
And
gasoline was 12 cents a gallon.
Loaf of bread, they just give it to you.
Yeah, didn't have to pay.
You didn't even have to pay for it. They just give it to you. And now I look around and the things that kids do, and the things that I see. I've got another radio person just joined us. Evidently, the word is out that Rusty's talking about old radio days today, and I've got another person that I used to work with at that station.
That's right.
Michelle Spencer, who was great radio announcer. She used to work at the cool radio station. She used to work at WSFL.
Yeah.
Funniest thing. Here's another radio moment for you from Rusty Mace. One of the funniest things, you say, what makes you laugh, Rusty? Well, I'll tell you what makes me laugh. How much time do I got, Kenny? I got 2 minutes?
1:58.
Okay.
Really
I got time for this, and then we'll come back and we'll do something else. I was driving down the street, and I was listening to WSFL. My favorite radio announcer back when I was in radio in that area was a guy named Eric O'Day. I loved his name. Hey, Eric O'Day. That was him. That's Eric. Hey, Eric O'Day, taking you home. That's the way he used to talk. Well, I turned on the radio, and all of a sudden, all I heard was this beating and clashing, and like jackhammers going off, and somebody hammering wood and sawing and cutting, and this went on for like not 20 minutes, about 4 minutes. It went on for about 4 minutes. When it all stopped, Eric O'Day come on and said, Hey, Eric O'Day, those were the Carpenters. Hey, Eric O'Day, those were the Carpenters. I laughed so hard, I had to stop my car. I had to pull off the side of the road. I was laughing so hard. About 4 minutes of that, the Carpenters. That was funny. That was back when people listened to radio for talent. People were listening to personalities. It's not like that anymore. No. It's just not. Radio has changed so much. Yes, Michelle, Z103. I know. I worked at Z103 too for a while. All right, we're the Not Quite Right show. So what were you doing in high school that you still wish you could be doing? That's the question of the day. We want to know your answer. We'll come back after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, where was the call? 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great, great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's the Not Quite Right show. Hey, gang. Look, that's the number up there. We are at 95.1 FM, 1450 AM, News Talk, WDNG. Hi there. We have been talking a lot today about other things. We have just spread our wings today. My wings have been spreaded. And they didn't even arrest me for it. Oh, we've got people listening in Alabama that I want to say hi to. The lady just joined us from Fort Payne, Alabama. Her name is Kim Armstrong, who is a dear friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Love her. Love me some Kim Armstrong. Now, Kim is one that politically we're on separate sides of the fence.
She's just crazy.
Well, she's crazy.
Okay.
But I would kill for her.
Okay.
I'd go to war for Kim Armstrong. She is as a matter of fact, to tell you how important Kim and her family are to Rusty, my son Chase is named after her son Chase. Ah. Yeah, that's what Chase.
Now, isn't he a musician or something?
Chase Armstrong is, now Danny, cover your ears, a drummer. And when I played with Chase, he was 15, maybe. And oh my gosh, oh Lordy, I mean, oh Lord, if everybody in the band was as good as Chase was, we'd have been superstars. You know, there's always that one guy in the band that makes everybody else look. It makes everybody else look bad. Like Danny is with us.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah. Dang that Danny.
I know, right?
I love him, but
I know. Dang, them stinking dang drummers, man. Yeah. They all make a guitar player look bad.
Yeah, but they do make them sound good sometimes.
Yes, well, anyway, so hi, Kim. How are you doing? And there are some other ones on here as well. Michelle, hi, Michelle. I had that up. I wanted to just scroll through real quick. Denise Ham, hi, Denise. How are you doing? Is on here as long. Patricia, Troy, Connie, of course. Connie, she is a faithful listener, and I do appreciate it, Connie. Rocky Taylor, hey, Rocky, and just a bunch. And I wished I had time to answer each and every one of those. I just don't. I try, but I
just can't help it.
No. Can't help myself.
Do the best we can.
We have been talking about this hour things that you did in high school that you wish you were still doing, and the reason for that is it just dawned on me a couple of nights ago. For those of you who don't know, here on 95.1 FM, 1450 AM, News Talk WDNG, during the week we do prep shows. Now, the prep shows are like a run-amok format for us. We're liable to do anything. And this week, we fell back into
nostalgia.
Yeah, we went nostalgia, and it hit such a chord with so many people that we did 2 nights of it back to back, which normally we do not. And so it got me thinking, well, what were people doing back in high school that they loved? They had a passion for it, but somewhere along the line, they went askew.
They lost their dream.
Yes. And well, it's crazy. It's crazy. I know that on this show today, just sitting here today, while we've been on the air in this short amount of time, I have seen no less than 3 DJs that I have worked for and worked with in the past that have tuned in. And I know all of them. And I know all of them have chased that dream from the time they were young. Michelle, she started way back. Way
Easy
back.
Now. Girls don't like you talking about stuff like that.
She's older than dirt. And guess I'm dirt. But she loves me, and I love her. And she is just one of them. She's got that voice. You know what I'm saying? She had that. I don't know what it is in this radio crazy business. I don't know what that it is, but some people have it, and some people don't have.
I don't got it.
Oh,
you got it.
Well, no, I fake it.
Well, you do a good job.
Dave Mack taught me a long time ago. He said, son, he called me son.
He did?
He said, son, just fake it. I said, but I don't know what I'm doing. He said, what? Just fake it. So I took a class on faking it, and here I am.
Huh. Dang it. Who taught it?
That was a lie. That was all just a lie. I just lied to everybody. I lied. And speaking of lying, have you been keeping up with the news and everything that's been going on in the news?
All the lying?
Now, last week, I got on a high horse because everybody was making a big deal about this stormy weather, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Because she was going to do that big interview with Anderson Cooper. Last week, it hadn't happened yet, and I was already saying, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, if people would just take time to look at things and don't read nothing into it and just look at it at face value, just exactly what it is, and don't try to put a spin on it, don't try to change it around, and you look at it just like it is, who cares?
Yeah.
You're talking about a prostitute who got in trouble, or not got in trouble, but who did somebody.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's what they do.
Yeah. And if you look at it, remember Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Do you remember Bill Clinton?
Yeah, he used to be a president.
He was president, and he had this woman named Paula Jones.
Paula Jones.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He paid her $850,000.
$850,000.
Donald Trump paid $130,000. Who's the best negotiator?
I would say.
Huh?
Looking at it from that perspective.
I ain't saying it was right. I'm just saying that Donald Trump got the much better deal.
Yeah. I don't know. That's still a lot. I gotta say.
never paid no $130,000. I can never do it.
No, that would be one heck of a meal, is what I'm saying.
I'm telling you what, boy. There better be. Oh Lord.
That'd be a 20-star hotel room somewhere.
I know, and the simple fact of the matter is, whether she's telling the truth, whether she's not telling the truth, whether she's lying, whether she's not, I don't care. I don't care. This is something that happened in 2006, first off. That is between Donald Trump and his wife, and it's none of my business. And if she wants to kick him out of it, then I'm behind her 100%. Kick him out. I get it. I understand. Is it over already? Dang!
Yeah. 36 seconds, 34.
Wow. I guess we're going to come back to this after the news.
Yeah.
I was having fun and stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll come back.
And then all this happened.
Yeah, and then that.
And then this and that and the other thing.
First thing you know.
I think we should do Troy Hayes' cordless phone Olympics. Except now we could do it with people with their cell phones.
Yeah,
we could
video.
No, we could do it live.
Yeah.
We could do it live. They could call us.
Messenger.
We'll talk about it when we come back. We're the Not Quite Right Show. We'll see you on the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, we're the ones to call. 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we've got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's Not Quite Right show. We are 95.1 FM, 1450 AM News Talk WDNG. Hi there.
Hi there.
Well. I think what it is I don't know what happened to me today. I think it's the shirt. I didn't wear a t-shirt. I wore something with a collar. And it's a thing.
It's making you kinder and gentler.
Kinder, gentler Rusty has invaded my space. I don't like it. We have been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking about things that you were doing in high school that you still wish you were doing. I didn't say people. I said things.
Things
You were doing.
Yes.
Not people.
No.
Things.
Yes.
That you were doing in high school that you wish you were still doing. And we've had listeners, frankly, all over the country, and typing in and letting us know. I'm not sure if that was her answer, but I do like. I'm going to do that, Troy. Michelle wrote paying bills.
Did she have to pay bills in high school?
No, her mom and daddy were rich.
Oh,
they were rich.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't tell that by Michelle.
No,
But they were rich.
she was crazy.
She was nuts.
She was bug spray crazy.
Bug spray. I've got Troy out there who has texted us in some pictures, and I tell you, I'm going to during the next break, I'm going to pull them up and see if I can't. I'm going to see them, and I'll post them up. If well, it depends on what the pictures is.
Yeah, if it's naked women,
yeah,
you can't do that on.
He ain't got a picture of me.
Can't do that. No.
As long as he ain't got a picture of me and a goat or something like that.
That's a terrible thing to say. You didn't never.
Well, no, but you never know about Troy. He knows how to use
He can
Photoshop.
Troy's talking bad.
I know. My his favorite color, plaid.
Plaid. Mine's clear.
Acrylic.
Acrylic.
I like me some acrylic, especially on a girl's bathing suit. That was a sexist thing to say, wasn't it?
It was.
I take it back, ladies. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a joke. Now I'm gonna be fired. This will come up during my Senate run.
Yeah, you'll never get approved.
That confirmation just went flying out the window.
Well, it didn't cost you $850,000.
No, it didn't. We were talking about the big to do of the week. The big interview. The big interview. Stormy Weather, or whatever her name was.
Stormy? I think it was Stormy Weather.
Yeah.
Not a real name.
No, really?
Sue Elliott.
You really? Some
I
drug-infested
forgot what
mama
they said.
didn't name her daughter Stormy Weather? You think?
Stormy Weather.
Her big interview with Anderson Cooper, which was a flop.
Yeah.
And that guy asked some creepy ding-dang questions.
He did.
Oh.
I didn't see the interview.
Oh my! It wasn't just the interview. He even the lost footage they put up on the air on YouTube or some crap. He asked some creepy. I wouldn't even know. Yeah. Strange
stuff.
Strange. But as forementioned, did you saying? Well, Rusty, did you watch the interview? No.
No,
did not.
I didn't.
No, I have watched coverage that has been covering, and it really shocked me. It really shocked me that the mainstream media held Anderson Cooper's and CNN's feet to the fire on and the lawyer about over-promising, and then it being a big flop.
Yeah.
That shocked me. I did not, especially out of Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi, huh? And did you see what happened on Roseanne?
Yeah, that was really funny.
I'm gonna watch that show. I haven't watched it yet, so don't tell me what happened. I know what happened, but don't tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened on the show. I know what she did with that.
Yeah, but no.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh lordy. I'm just saying. I tried to what's that word? On demand. That's a lie straight from the bowels and pits of hell. They say, well, you can watch this on demand. No, you can't.
I demand to watch it.
I did. I shouted at the TV. I cussed at the TV.
Spoken to my remote, everything.
You guys that know me know I love Jesus, but I cuss a little, and I cussed at the TV, and I looked on demand. They call it on demand. My butt. It don't. I don't see it happening. Anyway, so I got to wait. Evidently, it don't go on demand for a few days. Anyways, Troy just let me know that in high school, he was a drill major, or maybe a drum major. I got to go back and look. In high school, it says I was a drum major.
Oh,
he did. That's the one with the baton, right?
Yeah.
That's out in front of the parade.
That's right. Mm-hmm. In front of the band.
Mm-hmm. I was in a high school band.
Yeah.
You
played the piccolo.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, it depended on what season it was.
Oh, okay.
In concert season, I played baritone or trumpet. Jazz band, I played guitar. And in the marching band, I was on the drum line.
Oh.
Yeah. That lasted for 2 years, 2.5 years, until me and the band director had a disagreement about Red Sox. You can't make this stuff up. That's it. We had a major disagreement about Red Sox because we were playing. It was during football season. And
Mullet bucket.
We were playing West Carteret. We were East Carteret.
Yes.
You see the difference at East Carteret and West Carteret?
East Carteret's blue and gold.
Blue and gold. West Carteret is
red, white, and blue.
And I had on Red Sox.
Oh.
That's what he said.
Oh, were you dating a girl from West Carteret or anything?
Nope. Just had on Red Sox.
You were just being a rebel.
Being an outlaw.
Yeah.
And that ended my band career.
That year.
At least I didn't bring in hookers from the Platinum Club.
Yeah, that will get you fired.
It did.
I know.
So it's just been a constant. Rusty, I'm sorry, we got to let you go. You know how many times I've heard that? Do you have any? You know why I haven't been fired from this show? I own it. I've heard this more times. Rusty, you do a good job, but we got to let you go. Tom Williams, Rusty, while I was away, I heard that you brought in some of the strippers from the Platinum Club. We're going to have to let you go. Dave Mack. Dave Mack's fired me like 3 or 4 times. Oh, I better not say this one. Well, never mind. Too late now. Dave Mack said, his exact words, he did not do that. He said, Rusty, we're going to accept your resignation. That was Dave Mack's line. See, that's why I love Dave Mack. He didn't just come out and say, Rusty, we just gonna have to let you go. No, Rusty, we will accept your resignation.
You rebel, you.
I can't help it. It's been a common cycle. At any moment now, I'm expecting a call from. I can't say the name of that company, can I? Best Purchase. Best Purchase?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, it's a big blue building. Everybody in there wears blue shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting a phone call from them. Rusty, we appreciate the fact that you could sell the dog crap out of a TV, but we got to let you go. Did I tell you I applied for a full-time position with them?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
No.
Been with the company for 5 years. 5 years. Been with the Best Purchase company for 5 years. And they gave it to a guy who'd been there for 3 months. Wait a minute, it gets better.
It don't get no better than that.
Oh, it gets better. Trust me. Oh, Lordy. And it wouldn't be funny, but I don't care, you know. But they said, well, Rusty, it's the amount per hour you sell. I said, huh? Yeah, it was a revenue thing. I said, oh, okay. So I went and checked because we got ways of checking that, and come to find out, I led like 3 months, something like that. Anyway, the guy who got the job over me, I beat him every month except for one. In his 4-month career that he's been there, and he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He is a nice guy, and I'm tickled to death for him. But so I went back and I said, excuse me, we got. You know what? I ain't got time. I'm gonna have to finish this up after the break. Here we go. I hate doing that, man.
I know.
I hate it when that happens.
Well, it's the way it goes.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But we will be back after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the not quite right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, we're the ones to call. 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great, great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's the Not Quite Right Show. I'm Rusty Mace, your host. This is 95.1 1450 AM. I punched my own button.
I don't know why.
News Talk, WDNG. Hi there, gang. All right, now I was in the middle of a great story about best purchase.
Yeah.
Because I can't say that. So there I was, and I had applied for the full-time position at Best Purchase. Big blue building, price tag on the side, Best Purchase. And they gave it to a guy who'd been there for like 4 months. I'd been there for 5 years. And they told me it was for one reason, so I went and I found out that wasn't the reason. No. He said, and they said that, well, they gave me another reason, which made less sense than the first reason. And the reason is, I can tell you, they don't like me. They don't. I have a sparkling personality and a winning attitude. They don't like me.
You just don't like authority.
Authority. You dare to question my authority? I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
So I will have to remain a part-time employee until they decide they will accept my resignation. No, they gonna I'm gonna get that. I know it's coming one day. Rusty, you do a good job for us. You sell a lot of electronical equipment and accessories, but we gonna have to let you go. I think it's
nothing personal.
It's nothing personal. But you're the oldest person that works in the store. You're it. You're the oldest one here. And we feel it's time you go. Now take your little old gray-haired butt out of this place, and thank you for your time. Well, that's just me. That's just me. Now, we have done some things this week that I thought was really cool. Now, as you guys know, we go all over the place filming MMA fighting and different video stuff that companies hire us to do, whether it's the Marine Patrol doing their videos, but we do a lot of MMA fighting, and most of that has been with a group called Next Level. However, this past, was it Saturday?
Yeah, last Saturday.
Last Saturday, we had a friend, a family member actually, who was making their debut fight. He was it was in Wilmington, North Carolina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have done a lot of MMA fighting.
Yes, we've seen lots of fighters.
We have done for the past 5 years. Yeah. 5 years. We have done everything that you can possibly think of with MMA fighting. And we had a family member that was debuting down in Wilmington, their fight. and I was excited about going. Kenny was excited. We decided we were going to go, and we went. We said we called ahead. And we said, look, we're going to come down here, and we'd just like to film this one guy. And they let us. They gave us Chris Sutton was his name. He gave us access to the ring. And those guys. It was awesome. However, let me tell you this. I have never been so cold in my life. It was a cold time.
And rainy. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there was a lot of them that, these are sanctioned fights. And the boxing commission, they don't like wet fighting rings.
No.
It was like trying to fight on a slip and slide. It was. Some of them, it was so bad at the first of it that they have what they call grappling matches, which is just a glorified wrestling match.
Yeah. No
and so since those aren't sanctioned and there's no hitting in a grappling match, they said, well, let's just do those first, and maybe the rain will stop. We'll pray. We'll do a dance. We'll throw salt over our shoulder, whatever it is we got to do to make the rain stop. And so that's what they did. And it did.
And I was thinking, why don't you just move it inside?
We'll fight in the bar. Now,
that would have been
this organization, which God bless him, man. But that ring, the guy who did the ring, his name is Byron, and he did everything humanly possible to get all of this taken care of from, and it ended up they're gonna have fights. And I got to tell you, I have seen debut fights. And this is gonna sound bad because he's a family member. I understand that, and I understand. Well, Rusty, you're skewed in your judgment. No, I ain't.
No,
I know good when I see good.
Yeah,
I know bad when I see bad. And had Trevor gone up there and got his head knocked off his shoulders, within the first 15 seconds, I said, well, you kind of deserve it.
Time to move on.
You deserve it. You outmatched.
Yeah,
He killed you. But that ain't what happened.
No.
They put this first-time fighter in a match with a champion.
Yeah, had a belt.
He had a belt. This guy was no joke. As a matter of fact, one of the guys in his corner is a friend of mine named Jamie Pickett.
Yeah.
Who is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
This guy was well-trained.
Yeah.
Well-trained. And Trevor, oh, my gosh. Trevor is our family member. Let us say that first.
Yeah.
Trevor, Trevor White, in his debut fight, went up against this guy. I have never seen any better debut fight than what I watched that night.
He wasn't scared.
He was not a bit. As soon as his opponent had walked in, had it been me and not Trevor, I'd have said, "Excuse me."
I think I made a mistake.
Did y'all call Trevor White? Oh no, I'm Trevor, not Bright. I'll fight the next guy. No way. But no, not Trevor. No. And that boy, when he hit you, I'm talking about Trevor. Drain damage.
Dang.
Yeah, if you get hit by Trevor White in the head, face it right now, you're not gonna know your name anymore, and you're gonna have brain damage. I'm telling you, it was a great opening fight. Now he did lose. Trevor lost the fight by a technically he lost.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, had that fight been indoors under better conditions,
it would have been a
wholly different thing.
It was a good match.
Anyways, let me see if I want to see something real quick. And we're fixing. How much time we got? We got about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I got Troy Hayes out there who's wanting to call into the show, and I'd love to have him on. So during the break, I'm gonna see if I can't get something rigged up here to where we can possibly get Troy in on the show.
Hold the phone up to the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Hold the phone up to the microphone. Talk loud, Troy. But we got one. In this digital world of ours, there's something Bluetooth that we can do. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the Smurf's mouth. But there's something that we can do, so we're gonna do that. What else we got going on? when we come back, we are going to talk, like I said, some more about what has been going on with the news, because they have gone crazy again about Donald Trump firing somebody.
Imagine that. That's new.
Why do you guys just leave him alone? Who cares? It's his White House. So
we put him there. Let him do his job.
Yeah. Well, I didn't vote for Donald Trump so he could do it like everybody else did it. And and don't take me wrong, because I'm still upset with Donald Trump from last week. Oh, I did call him a jackass. He had no business signing that bill. He had no business signing that omnibus bill, because he said himself, he said he would never do it again. So if you would never do it again, why would you do it for the first time? That don't make sense to me. But we got all of that coming up. All right? And what we got? We got 2 more segments. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
This day is flying by. We're the Not Quite Right show. And coming up, possibly live phone calls.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV, or installing your security system, or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, where was the call? 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we got more Not Quite Right show coming up. Yes, the Not Quite Right show. We are back, and oh my. We're 95.1 FM, 1450 AM, News Talk, WDNG. We are in the presence of greatness. I mean, other than me. Other than me. No, not you. Yeah. You are, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let me, I got to tell you, we have been talking about things that you did in high school that you still wish you were doing. And I got to tell you, he's on the phone with me right now. Troy Hayes. Say hello, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
What's happening?
I'm trying to be cool. Tell people I know you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to help you a lot.
It's not so far.
I think the only reason you're not actually down here is that statute of limitations is not out on all your crimes.
No, there's only one word that keeps me out of Alabama, and that word is litigation.
Yeah, litigation and child support.
Child support. Man, Troy, Troy, do you remember? I don't know if you remember her or not, but it was I was at Alabama 100. And we got some stories that we're going to talk about, but there was a blonde-headed girl that I was dating down there in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And
was she a stripper at the Platinum Club?
Well, she was.
I knew it.
But I did not realize at the time. Alabama laws are a little bit strange, and I did not realize that if you spent like 2 nights with a girl and you made a purchase together, and that could be a loaf of bread, Alabama said, "Hey, you're married."
Not anymore. They changed that. Thank goodness. I'd be in a world of hurt if they had.
Oh, Lord.
I've been married twice, and I've been single for 9 years. So
you've been single for 9 years in a row?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, I figured out after 2 I wasn't very good at it.
Well, I'm at 4 and I'm still learning.
Yeah, I'm at that Louis Grizzard stage. You know what I mean? It's like, all the cars around town say honk twice. He's been married to Troy Hayes. They all had one thing in common. They all backed up a big truck. And it's just not good.
Oh,
I just refer to him as plaintiff.
Well, you see, I call mine party of the second part, but I found it a whole lot easier when I find a girl that I'm interested in, and we're going to get serious, and I want to do things right. I just buy her a rental truck right to start with.
Yeah, just go ahead. When I get the urge to get married, I find a woman I hate and buy her a house.
Yeah, I can.
That's the best thing to do. I can remember one time we were on the air. I don't know what possessed you, but you called one of your ex-wives, and you are definitely into self-deprecating humor because that woman chewed your butt out the entire time we were on the phone. And it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But you had shrunk down into your chair, man. You were tiny. You were Tiny Tim. There for a while.
That's why most of them left me.
You're over there going. God blesses everyone. I'm getting the news.
We have, like I said, you guys were amazing. Now, when I first went to that station, I was doing the night show, and you were doing the morning show, and we ended up doing the same thing. But so many of those guys aren't. I mean, they're gone.
I know Jeff Terry being gone, man. I tell you, he's like a brother. It just hurts me every day.
And the same thing with me with Cowboy Howard. It was.
I think the same. I think he's gone too, isn't he?
Yeah, Cowboy Howard. Actually, what happened? A tree fell on him less than like 4 months ago. Man,
your numbers up when a tree falls on.
Man, and Cowboy Howard was this idiot that would climb the tower for Alabama 100 and paint it with the paint gloves.
Yeah.
And Tom Williams made me go out there and watch him in case he fell. I said, Tom, what the hell am I going to do if he falls?
I remember he lived out in the sticks. I don't remember what volunteer fire department covered his area. But I'll never forget him saying, so-and-so volunteer fire department covers my area. Their motto is, we never lost a chimney.
That is true, buddy. Yeah, like I said, and it says
we did some special things, man. And you haven't mentioned this, but we went on stage with the in the Country Music Hall of Fame and everything else, the greatest group ever, more number ones than the Beatles or Elvis or anybody. But you and I sang on stage with Alabama in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. I played with them a bunch of times actually, and we had a great time. Do you remember? All right. Speaking of, I wish, and just maybe Randy Owen is listening right now. We did a morning show from his house.
Oh, it was great.
And we got there at like 5:30 in the morning, and his wife was at.
Yeah, I remember because you didn't take a shower, man. Your hair was sticking straight up. It was sticking straight up. I at least took a shower.
There was a note on the door: biscuits in the oven.
I love that.
That was the coolest thing ever, man. His wife,
Kelly's awesome.
Kelly is a great gal, man, and she made.
And what's really funny about her, we can't talk about it live.
No, of course.
If it comes to mind, it comes to mouth. I mean, she'll say what's on that woman's mind.
Oh, Lordy.
Let me just put it this way: she grew up old time in South Carolina. If that tells you anything.
Oh my gracious, she was. We like I said, we done a lot. We done a lot of things. We
really did.
We played against the Nicaraguan Olympic baseball team.
Yes, we did. I still got the pictures. I got all kinds of pictures of me and you, and I know you don't have them. I got to get them to you.
Yeah, do, man.
But we played and Randy was our outfielder.
Yes.
For that, Randy Owen was our outfielder.
We played with his. Man. Yeah, we played at June Jam with him against Michael Bolton.
We were out there at June Jam with the band, man. We were playing and having a good time.
It was and radio ain't like that no more. What happened?
I don't know, man. Radio was in so many ways, what you're doing right now, it's just turned into a giant sucking black hole. And I mean sucking bad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, you've got for me, you can hear the song.
I'll be on a show like this anytime. This is just fun.
Yeah.
And people remember some of this stuff too.
Oh gosh, yes. I listen to radio for personality. I can hear the song on any station. Pick a station, I can hear the song.
Do you remember when we tied about 1 million balloons? Tickle Me Elmo.
And launched him.
That was like nobody could get it. That was the Christmas gift. Helium balloons to Tickle Me Elmo, and we let it go from the top of the building.
We were just sure there's gonna be a bunch of rednecks with shotguns in the parking lot. Man,
half the stuff we couldn't do.
Oh God,
no! Because of liability insurance.
Oh my Lord! Because that Tickle Me Elmo. For those of you who don't know, we released it from the top of the Compass Bank building in downtown Anniston, Alabama, with probably at least 500 people in the parking lot, and around everywhere there was just people everywhere because you could not get the Tickle Me Elmo doll, and we tied a bunch of helium balloons to it and launched it, and it took off and went, and my gosh, people were in traffic, cars were.
Then there was a fight to get it.
Oh my gosh!
It started coming down.
Yeah, it wasn't the brightest idea we ever had. We didn't think that one through.
You know, we didn't have a lot of bright ideas. We had a lot of fun ideas. We didn't have a lot of bright ideas.
I know what let's do. Let's get about 1,000 people in the parking lot.
Do you remember Mel, the morning muffin?
Oh, yes. I remember Mel.
I keep up with her, and, we used to go do all kinds. She'd go out and do anything.
She was our research girl, and just she did our intern and all that good stuff.
We did Troy and Johnny raincoats. We had people driving through McDonald's. It was a bad rainy day.
Yes.
Everybody that goes through McDonald's in Anniston gets a Troy and Johnny raincoat, and we were handing out hefty bags.
well, man, we didn't have no budget. We had to come up with something.
It was so funny because people were driving through. They handed them a hefty bag, and it was just hilarious.
That's a Troy and Johnny raincoat right there. Yeah, buddy.
And we did radar runs.
Oh,
and it was so funny because we always wanted people to call in and find out we were running radar. And one time it was on Quintard, and we had Mel the morning muffin take them a dozen donuts.
We did. We had to take the cops the donuts. I remember that. She
knocked on the window, and he did not think it was funny.
He didn't. He didn't get the joke at all.
Most people didn't, but we didn't.
Oh my gosh, no, not at all. We had the Troy and Johnny truck. It was we had we just
which was at the Platinum Club a few times.
I think that's what got me fired.
No, what got you fired is the day before. They said, Johnny, we know you're going out there. Don't bring any strippers on the morning show. The next day, you did exactly. They told you ahead of time.
Yeah. He did. When I tell the story, I leave that part out, Troy.
I know you do, but I'm bringing it up to you. Because they said, don't do it. And you came in the next morning with a bunch of strippers at the Platinum Club, and I'm like, God, they told you they were going to fire you if you did it.
And they did.
Yeah. And we all know, and in radio, we all know how that goes.
All right. Look, we got to take a break. We will be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
You bought all the toys. You got your new smart TV. You got your Alexa. You got your Philips lights. You got your cameras. You got your smart plugs. And now they're all in a bag because you don't know how to put them in. You want it all to work together. You just don't know how to make that happen. Whether it's just installing your TV or installing your security system or just installing your new smart Alexa, and you want Alexa to control your lights, or you want to be able to access this stuff when you're not at home, but you don't know how to make all this happen, give us a call. Yeah, that's right. We're the Not Quite Right people. When your stuff isn't working quite right, we're the ones to call. 252-622-1470. That's 252-622-1470. We're not quite right when your stuff just isn't working quite right. Give us a call. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're just not going to come in, fix it, and just leave you without the knowledge, because that's the key, is getting you the knowledge how to use it once it's done. And we're going to do that for you. 252-622-1470. Hi, gang. Wanted to pop in here and say thank you guys for tuning us in. We do appreciate it. My Facebook peeps, you guys are loyal, and I do thank you for tuning into the show. Want to remind you to download that TuneIn Radio app, though. That is a great app. You can put it on your tablet, your smartphone, and you can carry the radio station with you wherever. And then you can listen to Dave Mack and Mark and Mack in the morning. Great show. You will not always agree with them, but they will always be right. Just saying. We've got a lot more show coming up for you, and we're going to get back to it in just a minute. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we've got more Not Quite Right show coming up. It's the Not Quite Right show. Getting told on. I'm getting told on.
Bad.
I hate when that happens.
Oh, this is G-Ray.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's Ray.
Now.
But this is G-Ray.
That's right. We're 95.1 FM, 1450 AM, News Talk at WDNG. And we are here, and got an old co-host with me this morning, or Troy Hayes. Hey, buddy. He's telling.
I'm still alive and kicking. I ain't lost a step.
We have been through a bunch of stuff in our days at Alabama 100, and I got to tell you, I've had a lot. I look back on that time. It was a fun time, but that being said, radio is not that anymore.
Oh, we got away with murder.
Oh, good gosh, yes.
We made fun of everybody. I don't care if you were fat, skinny, black, white, redneck.
It was easy.
Everything. The reason we got away with it is that we made fun of everybody.
Everybody.
If you was gay, if you was straight,
didn't matter.
And everything. And now somebody would lose their freaking mind and sue us. But
oh yes,
the reason we got away with it is we made fun of everybody, especially ourselves.
Oh yeah. Well, you had to. And to me, that's what makes radio fun. There's
back then, I remember a lady called in. She says, "I'm tired of you making fun of fat people." On the phone, I just said, "Look, lady, I are one."
So you want to go check out our webpage, please, before you say something stupid like that again?
I ain't there anymore, though. I got up to, believe it or not, 336.
Whoa!
Wow, you were.
Man, I tell you what, I had 2 seats most places I went.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm down to 220, man. I'm down to college weight,
dude. Because
I'm 6'2" with 52-inch shoulders, no matter how much I weigh.
Well,
so,
I'm 6 foot, and I weigh a lot. I'm 6 foot.
Well, the doctor told me, the chart says at my height I should weigh 186, and I looked at the doctor. I said I'd have to be dead 6 months to weigh 186.
you got that? Oh, did you see? I remember we talked about this one time because Alabama has always been a very good death penalty state. And there was a guy on the news a couple of weeks ago. He had been charged with some heinous crimes, and he got 3 life sentences. 3 life sentences. I don't get that. I think that is cruel and unhumane punishment to the guy that's in the cell next to him about day 5 of that second life sentence.
I'm sorry. I just want 3 lives.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy.
Screw the sentence. I just want 3 lives. If they got a way to do that, and they must.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the poor guy in the next cell, you know, about day 5, day 6, he's got to be in there going, Warden, my eyes is watering.
It's one we didn't get arrested in Myrtle Beach, man. That night after we sang with the group,
yeah,
Randy Owen came out and probably signed 1,000 autographs.
He does that. He did that every time.
Yeah. When he's in a smaller venue, he does that. Mm-hmm. And you and I thought that was funny, so we autographed one of our pictures to him, and it is still in the Alabama Museum of Randy Owen.
Yeah. Well, what he's talking about is we were at the Alabama Theater in Myrtle Beach, and we were on stage with Alabama. Had no idea that we were going to. They stopped the show about halfway through.
They stopped the show and called us out of the audience.
Yeah, they said, listen, there's a couple of guys here that we listen to every morning, and we want to bring them up. And we got up there, and we started playing High Cotton or something. And
no, we played. It was Song of the South.
Song of the South. Yep, that's what it was. And
then it was Born Ugly, which was entirely appropriate. There was Born Country that we had changed to Born Ugly.
Yeah. and I remember Jeff took us over to the Alabama Grill, and he made us hot dogs with bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Man, it was all kinds of food. We ate up good. Yeah. What I remember after that night is a place called the Pink Pony.
Oh, shut up, Troy.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Now,
do you recall, because we were all staying at the same hotel.
Right.
All right.
I do.
Do you recall Troy and Johnny, because we had a morning show down there. Jeff Cook was on with us.
Yeah.
Just about everybody.
Yep.
But we thought it was just going to be funny as heck to have all of our bills charged to Alabama.
Yeah. We did.
Well, the bodyguard took care of the bills.
Yeah.
Well, Big Steve, who I saw not too long ago.
Yes.
And your people always talk, man, this guy's old. He's got new knees and stuff like that. They said, why is he still Randy's bodyguard? I said, do not overestimate youth and strength for someone older with determination. I said, he would die for Randy Owen, and I've seen him do some things that are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, that's why he would die for Randy Owen.
Oh,
anyway,
yes.
Steve Bowling came down, and he went to pay Alabama's bills, and all this stuff was on it. We were all at the corner snickering. He didn't think it was funny at all.
He didn't think it was funny. We thought it was.
Here this guy is as big as a Mack truck. And we'd go over there, and I thought he was going to snap us in half.
Oh, Lord, it was scary.
Because we had charged everything.
Everything. Movies, food, everything.
Everything.
2 hookers and a dog.
You know, we were going to take care of it. We thought it was funny. He didn't see any humor in it at all.
No, he didn't think, gentlemen. When he calls you gentlemen, you're in trouble. Gentlemen.
Then he went and got the axe handle, and I was like, how fast can I pay?
Exactly. We'll pay double. We'll pay double. Hey, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. A guy by the name of Neil McCoy, CMA Awards. Went to the CMA Awards, and his road manager was a Alabama fan. He wanted 41 and counting, so I had brought him one. And when I got to the hotel, I asked for Lee, who was his road manager, and he said he wasn't here. So I went to a phone and called the front desk and said, "Hey, this is Lee, Neil McCoy's road manager. He's allergic to all the linen. We're going to have to go buy him some new linen. Could you please come take all the linen out of his room?"
Sure, I do it every day.
I know. So I get to the CMAs. And I see somebody tapping me on the back of the head. And I'll turn around and it's Neil McCoy, and he goes, "It was you, wasn't it?" He got to his room. He did.
Later after me and you, I had a big motorcycle. I drove everywhere. And I did a lot of work with Montgomery Gentry.
Great guy.
Touring on their bus. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I got stories that I could never tell.
All right, guys. Look, we got to go. We got to get out of here. We're coming up at the top here. But Troy, I want to thank you so much for joining us. It was fun. We'll have to do this again. Anytime. If you talk dirty about being drain damage, that's the only thing
trust you to be a DJ.
All right. All right, buddy. We're the Not Quite Right show, and gang, we will be back next week. Oh, this has been fun. What do you think about Troy Hayes there, buddy?
He's crazy.
He's crazy. I told you he's crazy.
Bug spray
He's
crazy.
bug spray crazy.
Yep.
He's always been bug spray crazy.
I own 30 acres because nobody wants to be around me.
We'll see you next week on the Not Quite Right show.
Sorry, bye-bye.